Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and my Christian reselling group. I also just wanted to thank you so much for um, joining my group and just following me along all these social media platforms. I wanted to tell you today about my reselling, why I became a reseller and what's happened to bring me to this journey. Today I'm really excited because I sold on Amazon, and I think everybody that's following me saw how obsessed I was with trying to sell something on Amazon. So I had one on Amazon, 5 sales on eBay, and 2 sales on Poshmark tonight. So it's been pretty busy, and I'm just really excited about all the sales that are coming in and all the hard work I've been putting in throughout the years. I know I'm not as big as a lot of the sellers, but for me, it's a lot. So I just wanted to share a little bit about what's happened to me. So I was getting married to my husband James, which you guys saw, and I had like really junky shoes. And so I showed the junky shoes to my sister-in-law, and I said, "This is what I'm going to wear for my wedding." And she's like, "Oh, hell no, you need to get some nice designer shoes because you're getting married." So I looked up Bagley Mishas, and the first thing I saw was Poshmark for like the lowest price shoes, because everybody also that follows me knows like I'm super duper cheap. So it was the cheapest shoes I could find, and then I purchased that on Poshmark, and then everybody just kind of puts that side and the app on the side, and then I was like, oh, I have actually this White House Black Market denim shoes that I never wear. Why don't I try to like sell it? Because I noticed that other people sell on the site. So that's why I decided, okay, I'm gonna sell my first shoe on Poshmark. And after a while it actually sold, and I got really excited. And then everybody gets hit with that bug, right? The selling addiction bug. And what happened to actually catapult this, after just selling the one shoe, I didn't think about it. I actually had met this guy, and he knew that I had issues with employment and getting jobs, and not so much that I get jobs. I get jobs very easily because I'm very charismatic and everything, but my problem was keeping them for a long time. Like I always quit, or I always got fired, or something about the job I just didn't match well, and it just didn't work out for me a lot. And he had said to me, well, I know you're a student, you're going to school, and I'm a business guy, and I have like a lot of different business ventures, so I want to help you out. And I was like, okay. So he said he knew that I had student loans and money that I had, and basically what he said was, if I had given him 10 grand for my student loan, then he would be investing money from Coach, like Coach handbags, and selling them as a reseller to like Japan. And that he had like these contracts with all these people that invested money with him in the past to sell things for a profit, and then he would give them interest every month, and that month could be either reinvested, or you could just take the money out whenever you wanted to take out. So if I invested 10 grand, then he was going to give me $1,000 every month till whenever I graduated, so that I could get the money, and then I could just study and focus on school, because everybody also knows I'm really into school. And so I was like really excited, and thinking this is like the perfect deal for me. And I signed this contract, and I met somebody else that worked with him, that shared his experience with him, and that he was a legitimate business partner and hardworking and all of that. And so I was like, okay. And then after that happened, the month passed, and I was waiting for that $1,000 check. And he says, okay, well, I need you to cash this check in for me, and then I'll give you the money, and then I just need to get the check back, or I don't know, something weird like that. And I was like, wait, why would you need me to cash in a check for you to pay me interest? So I just was like really trusting. And so yes, long story short, you guessed it, the guy conned me. He conned me not only of my money, but my student loan money. Okay. And so I was like really devastated. I mean, I was like crying, I was begging to God. I was just like, I googled him online, and I saw that he had not only conned me, but he had conned lots of people. And not only had he conned lots of people, he also conned people on different selling platforms, like selling them automotive parts and never giving them the parts and just taking their money. And he actually conned a family of their mortgage, like their home mortgage. So like 10 grand was nothing compared to the person that lost hundreds of thousands of dollars investing in this guy. And when people tried to go after him in court, like, he didn't care. They would try to garnish his wages, but he didn't have any wages. And so I just kept praying to God, like, that I would get justice. And I was threatening him, and I just went ballistic, because no one's ever like ripped me off this badly in my whole entire life. And so after that, I decided what I'm going to do, and it just so like worried and just didn't know what to think. And it just was a really, really depressing moment in time in my life, because I just didn't think that like things bad could happen, like, to me. Like, hear to happen to a lot of people, but I just didn't think it could happen to me. So I was just really, really angry, really bitter, really resentful, and I had so much hatred in my heart that you cannot even imagine how much misery I experienced. And every day I would pray, and I was gonna seek a lawyer, and people just told me to give it up. Like, this guy might be connected to, like, because he's very shady, so like he might be connected to the Japanese mafia or whatever. I don't know, whatever. So slowly, as time went by, I kind of tried to let it go in my heart. And then one day, the church preached about forgiveness, and I was like, and they're like, is there anybody in your heart that you think that you need to forgive? And I was like, anybody but this jackass, right? Like, I was like, I can forgive anybody, but not this one that like exploited my disability, my hearing disability, took my school money, and just who takes someone's student loan? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you could steal from somebody, you would steal from someone rich, right? But not someone who's struggling, who has a hearing disability, and like has a hard time keeping jobs, and like, and that's their school money. That's, I don't think that there's any lower than that. So I was like, there's no way in God's name that I will be able to forgive someone like this. And so basically the preacher was talking about, when you forgive somebody, you release the flow of God's work in your life. So like, pretend there's something that's like blocking you, and like, and this is like God's blessing. Like, he's trying to bless you, he's trying to bless you, but because there's this stuck, he can't go through the blessing. You can't get the blessing because you're just like, so it's like, when you forgive, you like let go, and basically God can bless you through that. Just bless you in your life with whatever he wants to bless you with. And with all that energy, with all that anger, and with all that hatred in my heart, I turned it all into passionate reselling. So someone who just like nobody knew on reselling scene, came from nothing to like everybody like pretty much knows me on Poshmark. I think like a lot of the big sellers know me on Poshmark. A lot of the Instagrammers, whenever you guys thank me or whatever, you guys associate me with a lot of other big resellers. So like, I was like a complete nobody, and then all of a sudden, all that hatred, anger, passion turned into like, I'm gonna get my money back. And not only gonna get my money back, I'm going to like I'm gonna do good. So I went from 0 to 1,200 items. I went from having like investing like 5 to 8K to almost 60K of inventory. And you guys see my sales and how many sales I get, and always giving tithe and blessings and offering and honoring God in this whole situation. And this is the blessing. You are the blessing. I am connected to 6,000 people that are telling me that I'm influencing them, that I'm inspiring them, and I'm encouraging them. And it touches me so much every day that like you guys tell me these things, because I tell my husband, even right now, I read a comment and the person said, I feel so lucky to know you and you inspire me every day. Like that just touches me, because if this guy didn't rob me of my money and of my hope and of my heart, I would have never started reselling to the intensity that I've reached. You know, I would have just sold like whatever's in my closet and whatever. But because I was so driven to get my money back, and just all that revengeful hatred in my heart turned into passion to like getting my money back, I grew to the level that I did. And I have the group that I have, and I have 6,000 followers, and I just started this Facebook group, and people every hour wants to join my group. Some nobody that people just trust with advice and love and support. And it's just amazing. Do you see how God works? Do you see how, like, if this guy didn't cause me harm, I would never have been connected to you? And how, like, I'm not like those YouTubers like where I'm like, everybody just keep liking and join my group. It's not like that. Like, honestly, it's more like, I've been fudged over and I'm gonna help you because I've been hurt and I was poor and I was brokenhearted, and I want you to overcome that, because if someone like me can do it, then you can too. And there's nothing different about me. Like, there's nothing special about me except the fact that I was so hurt and so broke in my heart, not only in my money but in my heart, that I turned that to God and finally forgave. And God used that to bless me and to you and everybody. So even this guy, if he comes back in my life, I could look at him and say, you know what, I forgive you, because if you didn't do what you did, I would have never ever met the group of people that I'm connected to and that I pray for and I really care about and would love. My only hope and desire is like for your family and your friends and your ministry to like receive Jesus, to know that God loves you, and to know that despite difficulties and financial issues, like, it's not even about money in this world. It's really about love and caring for each other and knowing that Christ died for sinners like us to love others, you know? And so I'm going to share all my reselling journey and tips and how I do things, just so that like I can be a blessing to you. And I hope that, you know, this touches someone. And if you have hatred in your heart towards someone, and if you have someone in your mind that you feel like you need to forgive, I really want to I want to encourage you to forgive that person, not because of them, but for you. I want you to get God's blessing in your life, and I want you to forgive them so that you will be blessed. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to try to post videos once a week as much as I can. Thank you. And if you know any Christian resellers that want to join the group, please let them know about our group. Or if you just want to know about reselling tips, you don't have to listen to all this stuff. You know, you could just see the pictures of what I buy and what I sell for and things like that. Okay, I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I am also on Poshmark and all the different sites. So you have a good night. Bye.